Now we're having a look at which ground did Australia knock the All Blacks out of back in the 1991 Rugby World Cup. That's not all. We also want to know from you guys, what was the final score? If you think you know the answer, simply log on to our Facebook page and give it a go.
Speaking of our Facebook page has been growing. We are now at 5,400 likes on the fan page. Remember to log on onto our fan page, click the like button, and of course you can interact with us also on our polls and some of the questions that we do post over there. This is our SuperSport SuperFan Twitter page. Also there, if you are a Twitter fanatic, log on and send us all your mentions about the games.
And there, Tron Duc missing the penalty that would have put France in the lead. And who knows, might have even given them the World Cup.
Yeah. Tyrone's there saying, well done, New Zealand. The monkey is off your backs. Yet seems you can only win a World Cup if it is played in New Zealand. So wait another, say, 24 years? Wow. Well, speaking of Twitter, some of the top trends that have been coming out of the rugby world this morning, of course, RWC doing crazy things. 1.9 million tweets already from there. And as you can see there, Aussies, Wallabies, New Zealand, and of course, Hubert, talking about the ref, Craig Hubert and Pocock, and more coming in there. Craig Cooper, Israel Dag, penalty, breakdown, Craig there again. Also, Bryce Lawrence coming up quite a bit today.
Also, one more player just to look at, Fluff, Aaron Cruden. He wasn't even in the squad at the beginning of the tournament, and now suddenly he's their first choice Fluff. Injuries to key men, including Dan Carter. It really is anybody's game. And if Australia want to win a big one, this is certainly theirs for the taking.
It's going to be a major clash tomorrow. It will also have some bearing on the IRB World Cup standings. As it stands right now, New Zealand top the table with 90.62. But a win by Australia against New Zealand tomorrow could virtually push them to the top of that log.
Now, another big talking point was the performance of the Minnows through the tournament. A lot of people expecting one-sided results. And while there were a few, the Minnows covered themselves in glory. One can only think of Tonga's fantastic win over eventual finalists France, who ran the eventual champions by 1 point. And this was a lot of the comments that the guys had to say. They looked better at the start, but lose the plot in the last 20 to 30 minutes. And TD, that is a fair comment. It did seem as if the first half they'd come out guns blazing.
The curtain has fallen on the Rugby World Cup, but international rugby will be touching down on South African shores next year.
We'll be seeing a lot more of some of these emerging stars.
Danny K Music still a Bach. And that's a big one there, CD.
Yes, Russell Crowe. What an excellent tournament this Rugby World Cup has been. Congratulations to all involved. A truly global event. And in the end, of course, the All Blacks winning it.
Ugabani Gabalako?
Kawunda,
Kawunda and Chunja. He was here the other day. He was a commentator extraordinaire. And how are you enjoying things?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing, Derek. I mean, yesterday, closer commentary was trending on Twitter. So that means that at that very moment, all over the country, the most talked about subject was closer commentary. I mean, that's phenomenal.
What does Peter de Villiers do when all three of his big boys are back in terms of Dania Rousseau, Bakkies and Vic, when we head towards a semi-final stage?
Yeah, I think he'll go back with the try to test it. I think he'll definitely, if Bakkies and Victor are together and they're ready, he'll start with the two. I think Dani's been also a revelation in terms of coming off the bench. He's been good in that department.
Someone asked now, what is the story with the Rugby World Cup ball? A lot of penalties and conversions being missed, a lot of players blaming it on the actual ball.
Well, I think Nas, during the build-up, said it, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the ball. Because you find that a player kicks 3 in a row and thereafter he misses a few. As far as I'm concerned, I think that the tendency now has changed towards wanting to score tries.
This one coming from Renier van Dijk. Do you think that the Bokke has a chance against the Wallabies and the All Blacks in the knockout stage? And why do you think so?
Firstly, I believe we've got a good chance against Australia and the All Blacks. The most important thing is, what we need to understand while we're talking about this, we already qualified for the quarterfinals. New Zealand already qualified, so that's the other team we can talk about.
And Pino say, great pass, Skulky.
And one more coming from Dawn Klein. These Boks are just great. Well, what a difference a week makes. As we mentioned last week, a scrappy victory over Wales. This time round, there was no denying that the Boks were far superior in every asset of play. Well, a lot of fans got together down at Boktown here in Johannesburg, and let's see what took place.
Well, no, Eric is our super fan forever and ever. Boka! We're going to miss hearing that from you, young man. Well, as you know, some of our Springboks have bowed out of international rugby. John Smith and Victor Matfield, and some of the boys have actually tweeted just to say thank you to their Brian Habana, the wing. Just want to say to John Smith and Victor Matfield, I salute your contribution to South Africa and to rugby. Legends of the game, giants among men. Thank you so much to all the super fans that are logging onto our Facebook page and the webpage to load all those pictures. Jeffrey there with the team behind, also with his All Blacks shirt showing love for the All Blacks over there. David, another dog. I wonder if he's singing the national anthem. And Bongani with her hat showing love for the green and gold.